Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be doing a video breaking down the best Sapphire Wild Gems players to be targeting here in NBA 2K25, 2K26, my team. There are a ton of Sapphires in here, so we're going to go through here and talk about the guys that are the best to go for. I know this is probably a more interesting video for higher tier cards, rubies, amethysts, diamonds, guys like that. But I want to start with the Sapphires. We're going to work our way up through the tiers. I didn't want to start with emeralds or golds because while there are some good budget cards there for like end of bench salary cap stuff and things like that, in general, I'd want to more so stick with the Sapphires and up when it comes to actual guys who are going to impact your squad. Now, to be fair, most of these Sapphires aren't cards that I would really recommend like running in Showdown, like I would amethysts and diamonds and even rubies, to be totally honest. But there are a few good Sapphires in here that are like really do stand out as well. So with that being said, there's 284 of them, so there are quite a lot to go through, and some of them are names that are good but cards that aren't good. Like this Brent Berry's okay, he's got 85 3 ball, 95 driving dunk, he's fun offensively, but the defense is 75 perimeter. He doesn't have the badges for it on the defensive end of the court at all, just doesn't have many badges at all. So a lot of these cards are kind of like that, where there's one way or another that they're kind of missing something. But I will say, we'll start with a good one right here. Glenn Davis, a 6'9" power forward who's a good shooter, a decent finisher, and a pretty versatile defender. 85 interior, solid rebounding, 78 speed, 80 block for a Sapphire. This is a very, very solid card, definitely, and 97 strength as well. This is definitely a good card to start with, one of the better Sapphire bigs in the entire game. If you can get this card for an affordable price, 28K is a little steep, but if you could get him for like 10 or 15, I think that's totally reasonable. He's a very, very, very solid option. Christian Wood is kind of similar. He's not quite as good on the defensive end of the court. He's a good shooter and he's very, very athletic, but he doesn't have the interior defense. He's still a good rebounder with pretty good speed at 74. He's going to shoot the ball very, very well, and he's got that 90 standing, 85 driving dunk. A little bit more of an offensively focused version of Glenn Davis, I should say. They're both pretty similar cards. I think I prefer Glenn's versatility a little more on the defensive end of the court, but they're both good options. Torian Prince is a super solid shooting guard who's 6'8", got good size, the two guard. His jumper is buttery smooth, and he's going to be a decent defender, 84 perimeter. He's not the best defender in the world, but he's a solid 3-and-D option. It'd be nice if he had on-ball menace. That's probably the number one thing that I would like to have him with, but if he were to like get that badge added, this is like the perfect 3-and-D salary cap card because his jumper is buttery smooth. And Roko's another really good one too, 6'9", always an absolute monster in 2K. He's got 86 3 ball, not much else offensively, but he's a high-level shooter with a good jump shot and very versatile high-level defense. 84 block, 83 interior, 89 perimeter, 88 steal. This is one of those cards that I would be truly fine with running in Showdown right now. He's that good defensively, and he's going to hit his open shot offensively. That's really all you need on your team. I mean, look at my squad. I got guys doing that right now. Bruce Bowen, OG Anunoby, Klay Thompson. Obviously, they're higher tier versions of it, but it's the same role. Defense and knockdown shots, and Robert Covington gives you a guy who can do that very well, especially if you can find him for a good price. So on that first page, there's several guys who stand out. Now, another guy who kind of stands out to me on the second page is Drew Holiday, 6'5", point guard, gives you good size to PG position. He shoots the ball well. Now, he's not much of a dunker. 50 will dunk wide open, but it's not going to be great slashing ability. But again, solid defense, 89 perimeter, 84 speed, 89 agility. Not the greatest interior defender, but 60 something isn't the worst. He does have gold immovable, gold on ball menace, gold pick dodger. Like, the card is a solid big point guard who's pretty good defensively, has a good jump shot, can hit a 3 at a high level. Not a bad card either. Marquise Daniels, another guy who's always solid. Jumper is buttery smooth, 79 3 ball with a very good jumper. He's going to be super duper solid. 85 driving dunk as well, and again, solid defender. 84 perimeter, 78 steal, another very solid 3-and-D shooting guard type option. Again, who's got another card who kind of stands out to me on that second page. Third page, DeJounte Murray is another very similar option to somebody like Drew Holiday. Not quite as good of a shooter, 73 3 ball, but a little bit better slasher, 70 driving dunk. Again, solid defender, not the best. I think I would definitely prefer Drew, but again, 6'5" point guard in DeJounte is an option. I do think Drew is definitely a better card, though I will say. Rex Chapman, slasher, a little bit more of an offensive point guard, 84 3 ball, 85 driving dunk, 6'4", so again, decent size, 79 steal, 78 perimeter, again, not bad, 84 speed as well. This card, honestly, is a little bit better than DeJounte Murray is, especially with the additional slash of that 85 driving dunk. As a Sapphire is super nice. This is another elite level Sapphire PG. Would definitely consider him as well. Otto Porter, money jumper. Same thing with Harrison Barnes. Neither of them are going to be dogs defensively, but Otto Porter, Harrison Barnes, and Sean Elliott are all going to give you decent size on the wings with good jump shots. All three of those guys I think are worth mentioning. Page 4 does not really, besides Rudy Gay, contain anybody I'm that excited about. Rudy Gay, the honest truth is this card is not elite. He's good slashing, good shooting. Offensively, he's nice. Good jump shot, good dunker, good shooter. Defensively, though, leaves a bit to be desired and only 76 speed. Not ideal. He's not as good as a lot of other Rudy Gay cards. I'd kind of pass on him. Big Z could be interesting-ish if he was a little more athletic, but unfortunately, as a Sapphire, he's got 25 speed. So it's like, that card's not a card I would run, even though that's a name of a guy who's generally good. Kareem can't shoot at all, and he's not going to be fast enough to be a super solid option. Nobody else on this page, to be totally honest, really stands out to me. Maybe Charlie V a little bit, because he's a 6'11" small forward, is a very good shooter. So you got a guy who's got a lot of size and a lot of shooting ability, but again, defensively leaves a bit to be desired, especially on the perimeter with 69 steal, or 69 perimeter, 69 speed, 69 agility. That's not what you're looking for. Moving on, next page. Again, Larry Nance and Derek Lively, both these cards are really, really solid. A lot of good cards on this page, actually, so we'll stop here for a second. Larry Nance, 6'8", decent shooter with a good jumper, but super athletic and good defense. 80 block, 82 perimeter, 83 interior, 80 rebounding, 79 speed. So he's got athleticism, finishing, a solid jumper, and versatile solid defense. A very solid power forward there. This Derek Lively is probably the best center in this entire group. His shooting is yes, questionable. 52 3 ball, 60 mid range. You might hit wide open if you put set shot specialist on him, but it's not going to be easy. But 85 standing, 85 driving dunk, very good interior defender and rebounder with 80 speed at 7'1" with a big player build and big hair that makes his player build look even bigger. This is a really good card for a Sapphire big man with the speed, size, defense, and finishing he has, as well as maybe even the ability to occasionally hit a wide open three. Like, he is a really, really good card. Bruce Bound, another one of those PGs who's got that size, 6'4", good defensive point guard who's a decent slasher, shoots the ball pretty well, and again is a solid enough defender on the perimeter. 84 speed of ball, 85 agility, or 84 agility as well. Very solid card. Cam Reddish, always good, 6'7", good jump shot, good player build, good slasher, well-rounded defender, very, very well-rounded defender, actually. 82 interior as well on him with 85 speed and 89 agility. This is one of the better Sapphires in this entire group. He's another awesome one. There's so many good cards here. That's what I'm saying. We're on page 6 and we're just still pointing out all these good cards. So many budget beasts at every tier, and that's why I wanted to start with Sapphires, because look how many guys there are in this video. This is going to be a long video. I mean, there are a lot of guys to name. Mouth was getting dry. Sorry. 83 3 ball, 85 driving dunk, and again, really good defense on Corey Brewer. Very similar to Cam Reddish. 89 steal, 88 perimeter, 82 interior, and a very solid jumper. Another really, really good card. If you can find Reddish or Brewer on the auction house for decent options, both of them are awesome 3-and-D shooting guard options, and they're athletic too, which is nice. Next up, James Posey, another little budget beast, 6'8", good jumper, good slasher. Not the best defensively, but pretty good. 82 steal, 82 perimeter, 75 interior. Here's Ruby's a better version of this card. There's also a Ruby Wild Gems James Posey that I will talk about in tomorrow's video, but he's a good option as well that definitely can do a good job. Sadiq Bey has a really nice jumper, but I don't think he's that great of an overall card. PJ Tucker's always good defensively with a fast jump shot. Not very athletic, but he's going to shoot the ball well, and he's going to be decent defensively. He's just slow. 66 speed. Makes me not want to use his Sapphire card probably, but some of his higher tier cards can be even better options. Danny Green, speaking of 3-and-Ds, another very good option on that end. Nice jumper, 87 3 ball with again, not much athletic ability, but 87 perimeter, 74 interior isn't the worst. 76 speed. Guys like Corey Brewer and Cam Reddish are definitely better, but he is not the worst. Another inside big and Tyson Chandler, kind of like Derek Lively, but not as much shooting, but again, very good finishing, very good interior defense and rebounding, just not as fast. 64 speed isn't ideal. Would rather stick with Lively there overall. Ronnie Cycley has some good higher tier cards, but this card can't shoot. I would pass on him. Cam Johnson's a good shooter, but doesn't play quite enough defense. Royce O'Neal's a little small on the wing at 6'6", but he is a good shooter who's going to have solid defense as well, but again, not spectacular and very low steal rating kind of hurts him as well. John Collins is another really nice athletic big in terms of a bigger wing who's 6'9", can shoot the ball, play on the super athletic, just not super impactful defensively. I'd say he's a slightly worse Larry Nance. KP always has good cards, but this card has 25 speed, so that's a no-go for KP. We're starting to get into a little bit more of the weeds, not as many guys who stand out there. I'm sure there are some budget beasts beasts that I am overlooking, though. There still probably are a few of those guys. Wendell Carter's decent. He can shoot the ball well. 84 three ball, 85 standing, 80 driving dunk, and not the worst defense. I mean, he's pretty bad defensively, to be totally honest, but offensively, this card's a fun big. I just don't think his defense really leaves or gives you quite as much as you would probably like overall. Jared Allen, if he could shoot a little more, probably would be a little higher on this card because he is very good athletically. Actually, 63 three balls higher than I expected. I thought they'd be like a 50. 85 standing, 80 driving dunk. He can hit a wide open three. 63 is hittable. 88 interior with not much block rating, but good rebounding. 75 speed, not bad. I mean, not an awful Sapphire at all, I would say. He's pretty decent. We're getting to the point, though, where most of these cards aren't that great. This Pajemski card's decent. He's decent offensively. Good jump shot, 6'4" point guard, and he's not horrible defensively. 81 steal, 82 perimeter, 85 speed and agility. Not too bad there either. But yeah, like y'all can see, a lot of budget beast options at the Sapphire position. And while a lot of these guys aren't going to be on the auction house or are going to be rare just because of how many cards 2K dropped into these packs, over 2,200, you'll find these guys and you just get on throughout the day or once or twice a day and just check and see who's up, and you'll find budget beasts lurking. You'll find snipes on cards, and you'll find a lot of good options. Dante DiVincenzo is another good one. He's only 6'4" at shooting guard. Doesn't quite have the interior defense or the size for me, but he has had some nice cards. His jumper's always super duper nice. But yeah, that is pretty much the list of all the guys I would target. It's obviously more of the guys towards the front than the back, but there are a lot of budget beasts that we touched on in this video, and some of these guys are just truly awesome cards. Like Robert Covington is an absolute beast. Glenn Davis is a very, very good big. Derek Lively's an awesome card. Drew Holiday's super solid at point guard, as is Rex Chapman, and there were so many others that I named throughout the video as well that are really, really good options. So hopefully this video helps out a lot of people and gives y'all some good budget beasts to target for your salary cap lineups, maybe rounding out your showdown lineup or whatever the case may be. And I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.